money bass. Out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, I get out here on a weekly basis. See how many fish we can get to the boat in about an hour or two, something like that. But you know, we're out here for a good time, not a long time. All you have to do on your end is subscribe to the channel and guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you can walk away with a little cash for your pocket, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. All right, so real quick, you guys know the routine. Let's take a look at the baits we're going to be using for today. Of course, we got our shaky head, but I broke off yesterday and I didn't tie it back on yet. So we're going to be out here on a little spoon action. Let me just show you these baits real quick. Do you see it? There we go. So we're going to do a little spoon action. Somebody asked me what type of action this is. So this is a 7.3 medium heavy bait caster. So I just drop this down, let it go all the way down to the bottom. Now, sometimes this may get hung up or something like that, but you just let the weight of the spoon, as long as you don't set the hook on a branch or something like that stuck in the bottom of on the bottom of the lake, you can pretty much just jiggle this, just jiggle the tip of the rod like that, and the weight of this will knock your bait, knock the hooks loose, and you'll get your bait back. All right. But yeah, so we'll drop this all the way down. Right now, I haven't been able to find any bait fish, so I've just pulled up on some spots where it looks like fish should be kind of sitting on the bottom, relaxing, waiting for me to come by and try to catch them. And I just drop it all the way down to the bottom and let those fish, see if I can get those fish to come off the bottom. If they do, then I kind of just keep raising the spoon up and let them come off the bottom and pop it. All right, next thing, I'll be throwing this crankbait a little bit again today. So there we go, crankbait. This is on a 7-foot rod, 7-foot medium cranking rod. And generally, I'll throw my crankbaits on 12-pound fluorocarbon, but I think I have this one on 12-pound mono is what I'll throw my crankbaits on a lot. But right now, this one is on 10-pound fluorocarbon. I wanted to get this down a little bit deeper, and just wanted that 10-pound fluorocarbon on that one for today. All right, let's see what else we have, guys. All right, and of course, that's the bait caster side. And then over here, we have 2 spinner rods. You guys are already familiar with it. So I have my shaky head over here, and then I have a little minnow bait over here. So I'm still working on that minnow bait. Haven't quite got a bite on that yet. I've had some followers, but you know, some guys out here killing it on these minnow baits. Actually, before we take off and start running today, let's just go ahead and check out a few things. And we'll just grab this spoon and just play around for about 5 minutes while some of you guys come into the chat. Who do we have tuning in today? I know who we're looking for, guys. Shout out to Patricia. She says, hootie hoo. What's going on, Jody? We got Dottie back in the chat. GL Jones, Texas Newt, said more money, more money. We got Arrow back in the chat. Who else do we have? Patricia says, where's the widescreen? Man, Patricia, it's tough out here. It's tough out here in these YouTube streets. Stephen says, what Humminbird do you have and what gen is your live scope? So I have Generation 1 Mega Live, and this is a G4N 12-inch, a G2N 10-inch. At the console, I have another 10-inch screen. That's a G3N, and my 9-inch unit is just sitting at the house. I don't really do too much scanning these days, so I took that one out. And plus, I need to fix my one of the connections on it. All right, so we're sitting in, actually we're kind of shallow right now. We're very shallow, so I really need to be out in about 20-30 feet of water at least with this spoon. But oh my goodness, guys, look right there. So there's a fish sitting right out there on that cover. So we're gonna throw this minnow bait out here and see if we can get him. See if we can get some love. And that is about 60 feet out. So I'm gonna throw this out about 70 feet. So we're shaking a minnow, guys. I see guys doing this on TV all the time. I've never caught a fish with it yet. But sometimes that's the fun of these things, right? To get out here and try to do something new. All right, let's try it again. Nothing. Where did the love go? All right, nothing. Let me go ahead and pick the spoon back up. All right, let's see. What do we have going on in the chat? Uh-oh, I see somebody that we need to celebrate today. Does anybody know who it is? If you see something, say something. Trisha says Spotopotamus. Errol said, is 10-pound line not light line? Yes, it's getting there. Shout out to Blaster. Does anybody know what today is? Dottie knows. Shout out to Guy. He says, what part of the lake? I'm down south. I'm on the south end. 450 is fam watching my guy taking a break from Bible class work. All right, need a small break. Good deal. We got Donald Brown in the chat. We got Pro Broden back in the chat. Good to see you back. All right, big shout out to Blaster, guys. Today is his birthday. We're going to see if we can get out here and get him a birthday bass. Birthday bass for cash. How about that? All right, let's go out here a little bit deeper. But I have a feeling we're going to need to move anyways. All right, so with this spoon, all I do is just drop it down and just let it spool out all the way down to the bottom. And then once it stops, I just make 2 little quick reels, and then I just kind of bounce it. And just see if we have any type of action going on, which we don't. I'm not seeing anything. That's 25 feet. Shout out to the one and only Blaster in the chat. Celebrating his birthday, guys. Everybody shout out Blaster in the chat. Show him some money team love. All right, let's see, guys. Texas Noob says, money, I see that you have some heavy hitters set up for Saturday. Oh, yeah, we had some people that was doing some real talking. It was a lot of talking going on. What Texas Noob is talking about in the chat, guys, is we have another Battle of the Anglers set up that is taking place on Saturday. Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to start off a little cold. It's because I know you guys know about those cold fronts that are coming through. But we're going to work our way through it and see who can walk away with the win on Saturday. We'll be on Lake Allatoona. All right, let's go ahead and keep on moving, guys. Like I said, we're only out here for a good time, not a long time. Today's mission is to get a birthday bass for Blaster to the boat. Blaster said, leaving work early. He said, it's my birthday. Shout out to Blaster, guys. All right, let's see. Where should we run to today? Let me think. All right, let's roll. All right, let's go ahead and get it cracking. See if we can make it happen. Let's see. Yeah, I think we got about an hour and a half on the shot clock for today, guys. I gotta set my phone in my little phone holder. There we go. All right, so now let's start off with this. We're gonna do some cranking again today. So today yesterday, this is kind of where we started off at yesterday. So we'll see. Again, guys, so we're throwing this on a, oh, what was that? What was that? So I was able to locate fish yesterday, but the problem was getting those fish to bite. So today we're gonna see if we can do things a little different. So it ended up being a real nice day today. I mean, if you take a look around, the wind's not too bad, sun is shining bright. It's not too cold. So it should be another good day out here on the lake. All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in. We are just getting started, guys. We've probably been out here for maybe 10 minutes. So we're gonna start off just kind of throwing a crankbait around a little bit. Wouldn't you know it, as soon as we get started. Who is it? All right, let's see. What's going on, Errol? Errol says, where are you at, buddy? I'm out here on Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, Georgia. Today is a good day, guys. We are out here celebrating. We're celebrating, guys. This is a celebration of Blastard's birthday. Longtime supporter of the channel, always getting active in the chat. You guys know him well. So we're gonna make it another good day. So does anybody have any plans coming up for this weekend? And I guess, Blaster, did you celebrate your birthday this past weekend? or is it going to be this coming weekend? That says any day above ground and water are good. All right, good day. Yes, you would be correct, Errol. No snow. No snow here. All right, so we're going to head back down towards this bank. There was a fish that I saw over there yesterday. We need to go back and have a conversation with. see if we can get him to come and talk to us. What's going on, Jeff? Jeff says going to Clear Lake for a birthday, going crappie fishing. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, Blaster said he's 60? No way. Man, you know something about YouTube, guys? You know something about chats and you know what you have in your mind of how someone looks and their age and stuff like that. Because we've had people in the chat. I think the youngest that we've had in here was 7 years old. There was someone in the chat that was 7 years old. And of course, he was a 7-year-old. So he was saying things that a 7-year-old would say, but he was having fun in the chat. And somebody that was a lot older, obviously, than a 7-year-old was trying to go back and forth with him a little bit. And I was like, hey, guys, listen. You never know how old somebody is in the chat. You know what I mean? So you can't really react to people a certain kind of way because you just don't know who you're talking to. But I never would have guessed. Blessed says, I can't believe it either. Blessed said, I can't believe it either. Shout out to, wow, Errol is 54. Yeah, see, I never would have guessed it, guys. I don't know why in my head, for some reason, I've been thinking all this time that Blaster was like in his 20s or early 30s or something like that. Man, my phone is going crazy today. But isn't that something? Shout out to Chaos Goat. Said bass for cash. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing today. Make sure you guys tune in for Battle of the Anglers too. Jeff Collins said 54 till the 19th. Dottie said I'm almost 47. Dottie said compared to y'all, I'm just a little youngin'. But Bless said, hey, Dottie. All right, so we're getting a little closer to this cove. Chaos Goat says, he says he's 34. Shout out to Chaos Goat. Patricia said, boomers are number one. Yep, we have people from 8 to 8. Well, I was gonna say 8 to 80 in the chat, but actually it's 7. 7 years old is the youngest person that I've seen in the chat so far. Let's talk about you. Come on, bud. I see y'all over there. Shepherd says, hope I'm not the youngin' in the group. I just made 30. Shout out to Chef Boy. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's somebody younger than 30 in here. Like I told you, we've had, and I can't remember his name, but he was 7 years old in the chat, wanting to learn about fishing. Just having a good old time. Then we had, what was the girl that was in the chat that was telling jokes that time? And she was a teenager. I can't remember how old she was either, but fishing is fun. I guess fun for everybody, right? Attract a little bit of everybody. Let me see. Guy says, is your forward-facing transducer mounted on a pole? It is not. I do have a target lock, but I took it off, and I have it mounted directly to my trolling motor right now. Because of the way I've been fishing lately, I just like the faster response. And it's a lot lighter whenever I'm lifting my, did anybody know what this is called right here? When you get a little afro inside of your reel, what's that called? But yeah, so right now my live transducer is mounted directly onto my trolling motor. But it's very convenient. When I had it on the target lock, I mean, it takes a lot less work. You can pretty much hit spot lock on your on the trolling motor, and then hit target lock and just lock yourself in place and just sit there and make casts. So if that's the way you fish, like for crappie fishermen or bass fishermen, well, anybody who likes to, make multiple casts to the same structure and you just want to be able to hold yourself in place, it's perfect for that. But I move a lot. Why so gyro says it's a rat's nest. Somebody said a backspin. Blaster says, he said, why you 30? I got toys older than you. Uh-oh. Yeah, and actually that jacket that I was wearing yesterday is older than Chef Boy then. I think. All right, let's get back on my job. Let's slow it down a little bit. Cause you look so cool. We got 450. 450 says, I got Jordans and 40 below Super Tims older than 30 years old. He says, I'm an OG. Oh man, look at that, guys. I would get hung up on my first cast on the spot. I couldn't tell if I had the fish on there or not, but I didn't want to set the hook yet. Water temp is still, it dropped back down again. Water temp is sitting right at 49 degrees. Said the BPT is going to be cold. Can you guys see that? Can you see this under the water? So that's the structure right there that I was casting to. And got hung up on it. Shout out to Bass Shaker in the chat. Dottie said, hey, Blaster. She said, what kind of toys you talking about, Blaster? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got Bass Shaker tuning in and said, what you using today? I gave a quick rundown. So we're using a spoon, shaky head, crankbait, and a little minnow bait. That's what we have on the agenda for today. And just covering some water. Why do I have a feeling that Blaster is blushing right now? What's going on with that? Dottie said, let's talk about you and me. I can't believe it. Dottie, what did you do to Blaster? He quiet now. Blaster doesn't normally this quiet. What happened? Oh no. Say it ain't so. Blaster said, I got G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Blaster said, I got the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, Dottie. All right, let's move on out again, guys. I gotta get this birthday fish to the boat before Blaster takes off. So how long have we been out here? About 30 minutes, maybe. All right, let's see. Where are we gonna head to now? All right, so today, I guess we'll go and try out the back of some coves. Shout out to the burning season. Bass Shaker says, when is the next tournament? All right, the next Battle of the Anglers is taking place this weekend on Saturday. Make sure you go to fishxlive.com and download the app. If you have already downloaded the app, and again, you can download the app for free, guys. You just go there and you can watch the live tournament and keep up with us with the live leaderboard and all that good stuff. Once you download the app, just click on the tournaments tab. Once you click on the tournaments tab, you'll see that next Battle of the Anglers coming up this weekend. Chef Boy said the fish must be biting. Hello, these fish ain't biting that good. But then again, I haven't been staying out here long enough, Chef Boy, to figure it out. But today, let's go ahead and roll, guys. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? Errol said, you on the East Coast? Yes, sir. He said he has Mr. T from A-Team, huh? Out here looking for some bait fish. Let's get this spoon just in case. All right, guys, so I'm out here in the wind right now, so just let me know if it's a little too windy, and then I guess we'll have to keep on moving. Yeah, if I could find some bait fish, that'd be nice. But I guess I'd have to take the time to do that, right? All right, still nothing on the spoon. Uh-oh, 450. He says I still have my original 1978 Millennium Falcon. Oh my goodness. You know what? I have mine too. I still have mine. Yours is probably in a little better condition than mine. Do you have any of the action figures to go along with it? All right, so we're just out here easing around on a point out on the main lake, but we're on our way heading back into some coves so we can get out of the wind for one, and then hopefully, I'll be able to find the area where the bait fish are hanging out. So we'll see. Fitty says, yes, I do. They dusty, but I still have a few. Errol said the wind is changing the signal. So are you guys able to hear me okay and see me okay still? Just give me some feedback. Just let me know anytime, things start looking a little grim. And I'll see if I can change things up a little bit. Let's see. Fresh says, is there a restroom out there? Blaster said, those are valuable. They're valuable. How much you think they're worth? Burning Season says, when you come up in the spring, the neighbor rents his house on the water. Perfect for you. So you getting everything set up and you getting all the details for me. All right, I think we're back, guys. Clint said, call 1-800-RADIO Shack. Oh my God. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me and see me okay now. Let's see if we're good. All right, appreciate that, Blaster. All right, so the mission for today is to get a birthday fish for Blaster. Now I saw Clint was in the chat. Clint, we picked up a birthday fish for you, right, on your birthday? That was on what, the 24th? Is that right? And I think we caught a nice little spotted bass to celebrate Clint Perry's birthday. Oh, the 22nd. I was close. I was close. And did we catch something on your birthday? Somebody's birthday was on the 20. No, maybe I didn't go out on the 24th. Clint Perry said, I think so. Shout out to Blaster, said, almost home overlooking the Atlantic Ocean as we speak. Oh, my goodness. You have some good views going on out there, right? Well, take a look at the view out here. Got the sun shining bright. Wind's not too bad. Not too cold, not too hot out here. All right, let's make another cast, and we're gonna go back out here with that spoon again, because I can tell these fish are down here hugging the bottom. Dottie says, Blasted, I know that view is gorgeous. Dottie said, I love the water. Well, I do too. All right, again, want to give a big shout out to Blaster. Blaster is celebrating his 60th birthday today. Jason says, are you below Brown's Bridge? I sure am. He said the spoon or the drop shot is going to get bit. And you know what? I'm pretty sure you're right. That's why I happen to have a spoon right here that might just catch these fish that's sitting up under me. So we'll see. I'm going to throw it out there first. Come on, fishy. Y'all know you see the spoon. Oh no. Oh no, I let my spoon go down a little too far. But like I said at the beginning, as long as you let the weight of the spoon knock itself back loose, it should be all right. Shout out to Clint Perry. He said, how much time is on the shot clock? We have 1 hour on the shot clock. 1 hour on the shot clock. Man, these fish don't want to play. Blaster says, going in the tunnel under 100 feet of water. Cool. Pure Alaska says, are we fishing for water or catching fish today? I think we're doing a combination of both. So we shall see. See if we can make it happen. All right, Bass Checker says, just made a profile and working on requirements to maybe get approved for the next tournament. Okay, shout out to Bass Shaker. Says he wants to come out there and see what he can do on this Battle of Anglers thing. So Bass Shaker, do you know Jim Austin? Pure Laugh says, is AC in the chat? I'm not sure. Has anybody seen AC in the chat yet? Jeff said, you be out there rock hunting. Yeah, I done set the hook on a rock and it turned into a fish after I set the hook hard enough. Wait a minute. What's going on with that? Clint Perry says, catch a fish and I'll give you 10 memberships. You have 1 hour. All right, guys, you guys see the challenge? Shout out to Clint Perry. He put a challenge on the, you know, once he puts a challenge out there, you know, I have to make it happen. All right, so check this out, guys. When I catch this fish, Clint Perry is going to give 10 memberships. That means that will give 10 of you the opportunity to put 2 guesses in the chat. All right, members of the money team, that comes with the privilege. 2 guesses in chat and twice the payout. You guys know what you need to do. Shout out to Clint Perry. I need everybody to put CP in the chat. Put CP in the chat. He put the challenge up, and you know I have to accept it. Errol said, okay, you back. That's right, I'm back. And we have a challenge in the chat. And that challenge, shout out to CP, he slid right on in and hit me in the chin with a $5 super chat. And he said, catch a fish and I'll give 10 memberships. You have 1 hour. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way quick so you guys won't have to be in suspense. He said it just in time for me to set the hook. Shout out to Blasty P, the generous general. That is right. Oh, and you know what this calls for? I need to put some stank on it. This is a stank occasion. We need to put some stank on it. All right, we're about to make it happen, guys. Again, today we are celebrating Blaster's birthday, guys. And we're also about to celebrate this fish that I'm going to get to the boat so you guys can get those gifted memberships. All right, let's put a little stank on it. And then we're going to make it happen. Put some get right juice on here. All right, I think that's all this situation was calling for. Just need a little stank on it. Bass Shaker says, yes, I know Jim Austin. Yeah, so Jim Austin is going to be fishing in the competition this weekend. Jeff Collins said, go ahead and put, he said, you got to go pink. You mean to change that up to a pink shaky head worm? Yeah, I saw you out there plowing that snow, Pure Alaska. All right, Jeff said go pink. All right, we'll put a pink shaky head on the on my other setup. Burning Season says, since Ben got thrown out of Texas, I hope he doesn't move to New York. Oh my God. I thought we had us a tappy tap, guys. I felt the tap, so I had to peel it back. I had to do it. Bass Shaker said, Jim about to whip up on y'all. You might be right. You might be right. We're going to have to see. Pure Alaska said, Blaster was making fun of me playing footsies with a black bear. Wait a minute, Terry. You didn't see that, did you? Jeff Collins said, the rocks are biting. I got bit by a rockfish. All right, guys, we can't play around now. We have 50 gifted, 50. we have 10. I was about to say 5. We have 10 gifted memberships on the line. Errol said, put a black worm on and drop straight down. Somebody said pink, somebody said black. Bernstein said that guy is worse for the sport than live scope. Oh my God, not live scope. Who is that in the chat? We got Fishing Kid back in the chat. All right, so we're hung up, guys. I don't think we're getting this one back. I think the lake said, give me that bait. Well, let's see if we're gonna break off. Oh, we got it. We got it back. All right. They said that lake has plenty of my one. Oh, wait a minute. Phones and a hat. Oh my goodness. That's not good. All right, let's see. Where can we roll to, guys? If we just had to get a fish to the boat, which we do, we have to get a fish to the boat so you guys can get those memberships. So you'll be ready for the Battle of the Anglers that's taking place this weekend, January 17th on Lake Altoona. All right, let's go for another little ride. All right, we're gonna pull in here and check this cove out real quick. So I haven't been out here enough to locate any bait fish yet. Jeff Collins says, running gun. Oh my goodness, Clinton hit me with the 45 minutes left. That ain't right. He's trying to put pressure on me. All right, let's see. Let's get this crankbait and just fish our way around to this to the back of this cove. Errol said, if I had to catch one in 45 minutes, I'd try a dock or two. All right, so there's some grass over there. Gonna go back here and try this secondary point. Oh, wait a minute. I had to try it. Clint says, since Dottie seems to be in charge, we'll go with her time. All right, so how much time do we have on the shot clock, guys? What do we have on the shot clock? Okay, I had some followers, but no takers on that minnow bait. Dottie says, I swear it was 205. Jason says, up north on the docks is where the action is at. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy though, Jason. I don't feel like making that run. Jeff says, they want pink. He said pink with the stick. All right, Jeff. Give me a second. I'll change it up. Then says, should be one there. That looks good. Phil says, I tuned in late. Anything yet? No, sir. But I think we have a challenge right now going on, Phil. How much time is left on the shot clock, guys? I just need to get a fish to the boat, and then Clint Perry is going to gift 10 memberships to the chat. So that will give 10 people a chance to walk away with some cash for that bass. Errol says, where are the DT10s at in my tackle box? Uh-oh. Texas Noop said, I don't have much time left. All right, since I don't have much time left, let's stop playing. Let's go ahead and let's move. All right, we got to go back and get back in these coves. All right, we're heading back into these creeks now, guys. Patricia said, move and groove. Jeff says, in the creek with the pink. Uh-oh. Shout out to Whipstick. We got Whipstick in the chat, guys. He's gonna be out there competing on the Battle of the Anglers this weekend, Saturday, the 17th. What's going on, Whipstick? We got a challenge going on in the chat. CP said, you get a fish to the boat, and he is going to give 10 memberships to the chat. Oh, no. Oh, man, I thought we had him. I thought we had him, guys. I thought we had him. I know somebody's going to say it. I don't even want to look. Somebody's going to say it. Is somebody going to say it? Texas Noob. Come on, Texas Noob. Why are you doing it to me? Whipstick said, kaboom. Whipstick has stepped in the room. Shout out to Whipstick, guys. And you guys see that? It just popped right up. It came over here. It was like, hey, Money Bass, what you doing? Do you see something? Whipstick hit me with the FBS. Brian says, what's up? He's leaving Lake Jackson. Were you out there fishing today? And did you catch anything? Whipstick said, text Snoop, this weekend I'm going to have a good time. Brian, what did Brian say? Brian, were you out there fishing today? All right, we got hung up on something, and it's not a fish's mouth. All right, guys. Time is ticking. All right, you caught 5. All right, good deal. Phil said Whipstick is a good fishing rod. It's Saturday, low is 34, high is 51, winds 13 miles an hour. I like the wind. I don't like the wind issue, but everything else will be all right because it'll warm up. And we're not starting at 8 o'clock. We're getting started on 8 o'clock Saturday morning, guys. So you want to make sure you tune in for that. Whipstick, Would they have a chance to win some cash for some bass on Saturday? Whipstick said, oh yeah, win or lose, it's all about fun on the water. Uh-oh, guys, time is ticking on me. You know what I think I'm gonna need to do? I'm gonna have to pull up on a show marker on a channel bend. And hopefully these fish are kind of passing through and we can pop one because time is ticking. How much more time do we have left on the shot clock, Clint? What is the shot clock looking like? Whipstick said bass for cash on Saturday is possible. Errol said, what time would it be in Africa? I do not know. I do not know the answer to that one. All right. All right, guys. I think it might be crunch time. I don't really know for sure, but it might be crunch time. All right, we're gonna bang this crankbait around on these rocks a little bit. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Where is that drop shot at? All right, somebody said they wanted pink. Is that close enough right there? Whipstick says, let's see, Phil, the rods are going to be kid rods. What are y'all talking about? Whipstick said there's a skunk smell in the boat. Wait a minute. All right. You said, don't forget the stink. All right, let me go ahead and put a little stank on it. Hey, guys, how much time do we have on the shot clock? I can't forget about that. I didn't see it in the chat. How much time do we have left on the shot clock, guys? Let me know something. Terry C said time has run out. Terry, that's kind of messed up. Why would you want time to run out? All right, Dottie said 27 minutes left. All right, Whipstick said, who is the chat betting on for this weekend? All right, so in the chat, has anybody seen the thumbnail yet for the Battle of the Anglers that's coming up on this Saturday? Has anybody seen the thumbnail? Have you seen the anglers that are participating? Who do you guys think is going to win for the Battle of the Anglers? Terry C said money's going to take. Let's see, he saw the thumbnail. Uh-oh, Phil said Whipstick for the win. Do you remember last time somebody was voted to have a 65% chance of losing? Of zeroing or something like that? And the chat was right. Man, I don't know. I'm just not feeling good about this drop shot right now. Blasher says, my money is with Money Bass. Takes a Noob says, I don't know about that lake. I can't call it. I guess you guys are going to have to base it on how much confidence you have in the anglers once you hear everybody talking on Friday. So remember, before the Battle of the Anglers, each time we will have the Meet the Anglers. That'll be Friday night. So make sure you have your alarm clock set for that so you don't miss it. And let's ease on back up here. I'm pretty sure we're going to get something, guys. Shout out to Already Fishing. Says FishX Live is going to win. Jeff says, do I see a skunk? That says trash talk does not equate to angler skills. Uh-oh. Do you have somebody in mind when you're saying that? Do you know somebody that's very good at trash talking, but doesn't bring in any fish? Who that be? Not Chicken Hawk. It couldn't be. All right, guys, the challenge that is on the table is to get a fish to the boat within these last, I guess, what, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. And if so, you guys will get 10 gifted memberships coming into the chat. And then we'll weigh the fish. And if you are somebody that has those gifted memberships or already a member of the channel, you will get 2 guesses to be able to guess the weight of that fish. I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, as always, guys, one of the original members, one of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash. And Jeff said 10 minutes left. Dottie said, nope. She said, hold up, swole up. She said, that's not true. She said, do not try to cheat me out of my cash for that bass. I'm focused, guys. I'm focused. Phil says, I thought that I saw a tail waving around in the background. And what kind of tail would that be, Phil? Just says, got to put the pressure on Mr. Money so he will get bit. Oh, my goodness. Not the pressure. Man, this has been tough out here. The burning season says, crazy how long you've been streaming and people been gallowing. Oh, you talking about following? Is that what you meant? Burn season says, been a few years for me. Yep, it's been a minute. Patricia said, you better buy a vowel. All right, let's try dropping this minnow bait right on their head. Let's see what they think about that. Trying to pull some of these fish off the bottom, see if I can get them to come up and hit this minnow bait. But it's not happening. Man, these fish are following, but not biting, guys. Let's see. Shout out to Squiggly Lines. We got Cypri in the chat. Phil says something stinks. Patricia said, phone a friend. Shout out to Whipstick. He says, heading to the gym. Let me know if we have a winner. But I know they don't want this money. Dottie said, money got to get the fish first. Whipstick, you're putting pressure on me. She said, he got to catch the fish first. What's going on? We got Charlotte in the chat. All right, let's focus, guys. Let's focus. I hear the Jeopardy. Oh, 15 minutes, Dottie, that's it. 15 minutes. Uh-oh. It's crunch time now, guys. Jason says pressure busts pipes or makes diamonds. So I guess we're about to see if we have a diamond or a busted pipe today. Burning Season says try underspin. Patricia said, can we switch to Alabama time, please? Okay, so there's fish here, guys, but I just can't get them to bite. So I might have to, with these last 10 minutes, let me make this one more cast. With these last 10 minutes, I probably have to pack up and move again. Phil said, get a big treble hook and snag them. He said, do something. All right, well, yeah, they snagged me. I got stuck on a rock this time. Phil said, remember like the one you snagged before. I did not snag that fish. The fish snagged itself. Man, yeah, there's some big rocks down there. Some big rock needed some big fish. Okay. Check my line. Line is still good. All right, let's move. All right, what do we have on the shot clock, Dottie? We're about to do the Hail Mary. Dottie said, you got 11 minutes. All right, we got 11 minutes to make it happen. Now, it's cool seeing this place with the water level down like this, because I fished over here when the water level was up, and I can see all these rocks. Like that patch of rocks right there, when I was throwing my crankbait and shaky head before out here, I would bump it right across those rocks and fish would be sitting on them. Phil says, is there anybody else out there fishing on the lake? Maybe you could borrow one of their fish. Wait a minute, Dottie, don't laugh at that. I didn't mean to laugh at it either. It was an accident. Oh no, we got hung up, guys. This is not a good time to get hung up, and not a good place, because I think there's some fish over there too. Jason said, tick, tick, tick. Oh, no, Jason. Oh, there's still some nice rocks out here, too. would fray my line. Now I have to retie. Okay, let's see if we can get it done fast. And always tie a quick polymer knot. I pretty much use polymer knots and Alberto knots. Dottie, I need the countdown. How much time do we have left? How much time do we have left on the 7 minutes? Oh my goodness. I gotta make it count now. Only 7 minutes left on the shot clock. I gotta catch him in 7 minutes. I think we might be able to do it. Neil said, what time are you trying to quit? Well, so right now, Neil, what we have is a challenge. I had 1 hour to catch one fish. And if I catch that fish in 1 hour, Clint Perry was going to gift 10 memberships to you guys. So he was going to give 10 memberships to the chat. So I needed to figure out a way to make it happen. All right, Dottie said it's 5 minutes left now. So let me reel this in. And with these 5 minutes, I make a few casts with this crankbait, and then we'll get back on that shaky head and close it out. No followers on that one. Let's get back up there and do it again. All right, the wind is starting to pick up now too, guys. Uh-oh, that's not good. Look at that, with a few minutes left. Getting the bird's nest. Trying to cast into the wind. The wind's starting to pick up now. All right, Dottie, what's the countdown? Phil said Dottie has the Rolex. Three minutes. 3 minutes. Two minutes. 2 minutes on the shot clock. I think that's good for about 1.5 casts. Dottie got the eyeballs looking. We're down to the last 2 minutes and possibly the last cast. Oh, and we got him. We got him, guys. Bam! Right in that mouthpiece. And the bendation is just gonna jump. Is it gonna jump? Oh my goodness, it's a good one. It's a good one. Do you see the bendation? The bendation is sensational. I'm gonna need the net, guys. What is this thing? It's a good one. And it's a head shaker. Oh my goodness, where did it go? Come on over here. This thing has some size on him. What is it? Oh, and it's a good bass. It's a good one. Do you guys see him? Do you see that right there? That right there is what we call bendation. Whoo! Oh, come on, buddy. Come on back over here. Oh! Oh, and we got him. We got him. Do you see that right there, guys? You're potting a money bass. I had to leave you in suspense. The last cast. Bam! Oh my God. Oh my God. Jason said, diamond it is. He said, what is it? What does pressure make? Oh my goodness. Do you see the girthification? Bendation leads to girthification. Oh my God. This fish is huge. Look at that right there. Do you see that right there? Shout out to Clint. Clint said, oh crap. The last cast, Clint. The last class. Do you see that? Phil said even the net had bendation. Even the net had bendation. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and put him in the live well real quick. Whew. Who had faith in your potting the money bass? I know Blaster did. Now, before I put this in the live well, I just want to say happy birthday to Blaster. Oh my goodness. And this fish has some weight on it too. It's a good one. Let's go ahead and put him in the live well. We're going to do this thing called Bass for Cash. Do you see it? Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Blaster says, I did. 450 said he had the faith. Uh-oh. If you see something, you need to say something. Hold on. Let me hold the fish back. We need to celebrate this occasion. If you see something, say something. Do you see it? If you see something, you need to say something. In the chat, what do you see? Look at that, guys. Let me just tell you one more time. Let me just tell you one more time. Does anybody know? Bendation leads to girthification. You know the deal. I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. And I'm just looking in the chat. Let's go ahead and give this fish a little bit of water in here. We'll go ahead and wet him up a little bit. You see him? It's a good. Do you see the backbone on him? The bendation was sensational. Who doubted your partner Money Bass? I need a roll call. Shout out to CP. Clint Perry came through. He's a man of his word. You know what he did? Do you know what he did? He hit you guys with 10 gifted memberships. Let's take a look and see who gets those memberships. Shout out to Miss Marie, Missy Marie, JTB. We got, Dottie said I did. We got BTL in the chat. We got Fatal Exception. We got Rude Boy back in the chat. Ricky Bobby is back in there. We got Subby MV, Stephanie McCurry, Jimmy Mack. We got Lolly's Adventures. Oh my goodness. Shout out to 450 with the big eyeballs. I see you guys shouting out Clint Perry. DL Peck says, just tuned in and see a big old bass. Patricia said, measure it. All right. Clint Perry said that was like 30 seconds left. Buzzer beater. That's right, guys. Oh, my goodness. Jason said the Hail Mary was answered. 450 says CP kept that word. That is right. Shout out to CP. They call him the generous general around these parts. He is the general of the money team, guys. He has gifted more memberships to this channel than anyone. A close second, or might be neck and neck, is Pure Alaska. But big shout out to Clint Perry. Let's see. Blaster says Dottie got one of those gifted memberships, but not Frisco. No, Dottie already had hers. She just made a comment when they were coming through. Dottie says, right on time, money. Literally almost at the buzzer. Oh, goodness, guys. That was a good one. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, my goodness. That thing is, it's a good one. It is a good one, guys. Is AC in the chat? We got Midwest. He said, make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. We got Michigan Fishing. He says, hey, everyone. Who else do we have in the chat? Scenic Scientific. Scenic City is in the chat. Dottie says, blasted, I buy my own. My comment was in the mix. That's right. Let me get caught up in. Jeff says, fourth quarter, last play, touchdown. Appreciate it, Burning Season. He says, good job. Shout out to Jody. Did you see it, Jody? Did you see it? Neil said, didn't you get your last fish of 2025 on your last cast too? That is true. That is so true. The last cast, my last cast of 2025, I caught a fish. So if you go into FishX Live and look up click on the Anglers tab and choose Money Bass, and then you choose my my journal. Actually, I can show you guys. The fish is down there. It's like, money, leave me alone. Let me sit down here and rest for a minute. But you're just gonna be in there for a second, bud. You're not gonna be in there long, because you know the routine. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys my last fish. Phil says, it's all because I told you this skunk was coming out. Dottie said, what you waiting on? She said, what was the length? Dottie said, quit playing with me. She said, playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. All right, Dottie, let's go ahead and get a length on it. Look, guess the length. How long do you think this fish is? I can tell you it has some girth on it. That is some true girth. Let's test the girth. Now, when I check the girth, I start right here at 0 on this 10, and then let's just see how wide this fish goes. So from 10 to 5.5, it goes about that 5.5 mark, guys. You see that? That's what we call girthification. Do you see that? It has a backbone on it. Michigan said 13 inches. I can tell you that is a no-go. You are way off. I'm going to give you guys just a few seconds. How long do you think that fish is, guys? In the chat, what do you think the length is going to be? Now, listen, Michigan, the fish itself is 5.5 inches wide. It's 5.5 inches wide. All right, Jason said 19. Oh, we got Jason Hart and Jason J. They came in with a 19, a 20. Scenic City says it's going to be about, what is Scenic City? It's going to be about 22. 450 says 19. Georgia Dog said 20 inches. Dottie said 21. Okay, I see all the guesses in there. I'll let you guys determine who gets the right length. Let's go ahead and put it on the measuring board. Has anybody seen AC in the chat? All right, let's go ahead and measure him up. All right, you see his mouth is touching over here. Now let's take a look back there in the back. You guys see it? All right, so based on that, who won? It's just a little over 19, so we'll call it 19. You see that? Can you see it? There it goes. And if we pinch his tail, wait a minute, if we pinch the tail, yeah, if we pinch the tail, it comes in right at 19. All right, so who had 19? Who had 19? Look, somebody put 1975 in there. All right, so who gets the right length on that one? Let's go ahead and rinse that off. Bam! It was a buzzer beater. Dottie said, Jason Hart. Jason, that's right. Jason J had 20. Jason Hart had, oh, okay, 450 had 19. All right, look at there. Look at there. All right, let's get some hand claps on that one. Whew. All the way down to the last 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds. All right. Oh, I was going to show you guys my my last fish of 2025. I caught my last on my last cast of 2025. I caught that fish and then packed it up and headed home. So let's log into FishX Live real quick. And we're going to log this fish in here too. So this is how I determine where I go to catch these fish, guys. So we're going to FishX Live. Remember, you guys can download FishX Live. Just go to fishxlive.com. You can download it for free. So when you get to it, if you want to see the tournament that's coming up this weekend, you just click on that tournaments tab right there. And it'll take you right here to this tournament. And you'll see Battle of the Anglers, Lake Allatoona coming up. Let's just click on it real quick and just show you guys. So there are the anglers that are going to be participating. You have your pot of money bass. You have Whipstick. You have Perez Elite Fishing, Bass Hunter, Jim Austin, and Mako Mills, all right? This tournament is going to take place in 3 days, 14 hours. We're going to be out there from 8 to 1 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, shout out to Blaster. That is Blaster's birthday fish, guys. That was the mission for today, was to get that fish right there that's in the live well to celebrate Blaster's birthday. All right, so now that's if you go to the tournaments tab. Now, if you click on anglers, you would just search in this section right here. You just type money bass in there and it'll send you right to my profile page. And once you get to that profile page, you'll click on this journal. Click on journal, and then we're going to put December in here. So you guys can see my last fish. So we'll go December, and then we'll sort by date. Sort by date. January 8th. No, wait a minute. December 31st. There we go. There's my last fish, but this is my last cast. Let's see if I put it in the notes. Outside temp was 46 degrees. Last cast of 2025, caught it on a shaky head. How about that? On a shoal marker. There's the location I caught it at. I didn't put the bait in here because I pretty much know what that is. But this right here is my private info. It says private info below. Only you can see this. So if you use this app for your journal yourself, that part is private down there. But everybody here, you can go to fishxlive.com, download the app for free. And if you want to use all the features of it to be able to run and host your own tournaments like you're going to see going on this weekend, just send me an email to moneybass404@gmail.com, and I can go in there and have it get you guys a free month of service. So that way you'll have all of the features, all right, of FishX Live. So just go to fishxlive.com, download the app. If you want to use some of the additional features in FishX Live, just send me an email to moneybass404@gmail.com, and I can set you guys up with a free month of it so that you can go in there and use the journal and everything. All right, so let's see. So for December, Let's see the biggest fish. So we'll just go in here and we'll sort this by size now. So the biggest fish of December, and that was December 8th, was a 444. Who was watching whenever I caught that fish right there? You see that? That was a good one. That fish was big right there. Let's see what I caught that one on. 6.41 feet below full pool. Caught it on a shaky head. All right, on shallow rocks. So that's been pretty much the thing that's been getting those bites for me. Shout out to Blastard once again. I see you guys celebrating his birthday in the chat. All right, are you guys ready to weigh this fish? Let's get 10 swats in the chat. If we get 10 swats in the chat, we can go ahead and weigh this fish. And once again, big shout out to Clint Perry, guys. Clint Perry is the sponsor of today's live stream. Clint Perry slid right on in and hit you guys with 10 gifted memberships. So we have 10 more members of the channel. And for anybody that's new to the channel, anytime you hear me refer to the money team, those are the members of the channel. Whenever you hear me talking about the money team, all right? All right, let's go ahead and put this drop shot up. Shout out to Mr. Collins. He said, hit him with the pink. I tried, but they just wasn't acting right for me with that worm. All right, so let's see. Blaster says service with all the trimmings. All right, let's see. Has anybody seen AC in the chat? It would only be right for her to be able to DQ somebody right before we do the battle of the anglers, right? Do you want to open the scales and let's see. All right, I'm just checking to see, guys. Dottie says, not since earlier. Whip said, let him know if anyone wins before he left. All right. Let's just give it a minute or two. Let's see if AC is going to pop up in the chat. I'm pretty sure she's in the... Let me see. Who is that? No. Son. What is that? Son to loose. Am I saying that right? It says, tighten your drag. Was that fish pulling drag, guys? You know what? I was sitting here fighting the fish. I don't even know. He says, tighten the drag. Was it pulling drag? I can't even remember. But was that fish pulling drag, guys? Was the fish pulling drag? We're going to make one or two more casts while we wait for AC. Oh, my goodness, guys. You see that? I just dropped my rod. Luckily, it didn't fall in the water. We had the tappy tap. It was a buzzer beater. Didn't somebody say it was a buzzer beater? Oh my goodness, the last cast. Can you believe it? The last cast, guys. These casts right here don't count. These are unofficial casts. But that other one was the official last cast. These are all unofficial. But I could feel it. I could feel something was gonna happen. I was like, let me get out here and hit him with the Hail Mary. All right, Blaster says, believe Money Bass. He said, I believe Money Bass. You the man as always. Patricia said the drag was perfect. Look, I have to go back and watch the replay now, guys. Let me see if it was pulling drag, because I don't remember if it was pulling drag or not. Phil says it looked like the net was pulling drag. Oh yeah, this net has definitely taken a beating. This is what I need, guys. If somebody can help me out. Does anybody else use this brand of net? What is this thing called? Ego S2. But I need to replace, goodness. I need to replace this this part right here. Now let me just show you. This right here will twist off. So you can twist this piece off right here and replace it. But this, for one, is bent. I know you guys can see how bent this thing is. For one, it's bent. And the second issue is that it is too small. Because I've been catching some big ones. So I don't know what size this is, but I need the bigger size. So if somebody could let me know, if anybody knows, if you have that type of net, what size net do you have on there? Because I need to change out the size on that. Blaster said, dang, Phil, you said my net was pulling drag. Jody says, I went back to watch it. Beautiful work. Shout out to Dottie. I didn't know you could go back and rewind these lives when they were live like that. But good deal. Phil said, that's why it's bent. You've been catching too big a fish. We made it happen at the last minute. All right, we're gonna give AC. Let's see if we can give AC 5 minutes. See if AC will show up in the chat. If not, then guess what? Blaster can do the honors and he can guess since it's his birthday. How about that? That sounds like a fair deal. What do they say? Even exchange is no crime. Blaster says, yes, you can review, but don't miss out on Bass for Cash. That's right. If you go back and try to watch it and those scales get open, you only have 2 minutes to get back in the chat. All right, so we're just gonna, man, I see 2 fish out there. One of these days, I'm gonna come out and spend more time trying to catch these fish on these minnow baits. Because I bought the rod, the reel, all the stuff I need, but I just don't really spend a lot of time trying to fish that technique good enough. All right, so we got about 5 minutes, guys. We're gonna weigh the fish in about 5 minutes. So you better call your husbands, call your wives, call your friends, call your family. Let them know Bass for Cash, the scales are gonna be opening in about 5 to 7 minutes. So don't try to be greedy. And, you know, oh, my goodness, we got another tappy tap. Oh, and we got him. And we got him. Bam. Bam. Do you see that right there? Do you see that right there? Somebody need to show them the bendation chart. And it's another good. It's another good one. It's going to be a Bass for Cash right there. It's a fighter. Oh, he's not as big as the other one, but do you see the bendation? The bendation is egregious. He's like, I ain't big money. Oh, my goodness, but you do got some weight on you. We're going to flip him, guys. We're going to flip him. You ready? You ready for the flip? You got him in the lip. And hit him with the flip. Just like that. Bam. Right in that mouthpiece. Do you see that? Do you see that? Phil said, can you save that fish for Saturday? Look at that right there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We're going to do back-to-back Bass for Cash. We're going to do Cash for Cash. We're going to do Bass for Cash cash. Let's hold these 2 up, guys. You know, I need to log these into FishX Live with the quickness. Look at that. Do you see it? Do you see it? Let's see if you can see that right there. Do you see that? Hold on, let me get you out of the sun. Bendation leads to girthification. The bendation was sensational. Let's get these fish in the live well into this thing we call Bass for Cash. Bam! Right in that mouthpiece. It's happening. It's happening, guys. Uh-oh, guess who's here? Kaboom! Look who stepped in the room. Neil said, this is why I tune in. He said the bendation was sensational. All right, AC, are you ready to weigh some fish? Did you get in time to see the bendation, AC? AC, did you see the bendation or did you get in right after it? Blaster says, all hail the queen. The DQ queen has stepped in the house. The DQ queen. She's like, hello, everybody. She said, yes, I seen it. What would you, in the chat, if you know about the bendation scale, the bendation chart, what would you guys rate the bendation on that? Let's see who knows about the bendation. Who knows about the bendation chart? And what do you rate the bendation on that one? Because the curvature, the parabolic bend was exceptional. What would you guys rate the bendation on that one? Was it medium? Was it high? Was it? Jeff said he rates it an 8. Jeff, you must not know. There's this thing that we call the bendation chart. There's actually a chart that has the different levels of bendation on it. Patricia said, baby bendation, what? Neil said it was sensational. Phil said it was sensational. Michigan Fishing said it was a medium bendation. He said it was medium. Blaster says, oh, it was egregious. He said, I caught a whale. Blaster said the bendation was egregious. All right, what AC, what do you think? Let's see. She says, I was on the phone, but I seen it. She says, I have you on the big screen. Shout out to AC. AC, you know all about the bendation chart. Now, what would you rate the bendation on that? Jody says, according to the chart, it was sensational. Oh my goodness. Hey, I put a post out today. I put out a post today, guys, and it has the bendation chart on it. We're gonna catch another one. Jeff says that was bendation. Bendation. Phil said egregious was the first one. Okay, the first one was egregious. What's going on, Rocket Kid? We in here having a little fun. We're witnessing the bendation. It was egregious. It was exceptional. It was sensational. Texas Noob says, AC, did you see that FBS that was done before? Hey, Texas Noob. Now, that's a violation. How you gonna bring up old stuff? How you gonna bring up old stuff? We here celebrating. How you gonna try to mess up the mood? Rocky Kid says, how many in the boat so far? So we got somebody said it was egregious and a sensational. So we got 2 sitting in the live well. We're gonna weigh them back to back. Now, let's see. Blaster says he saw the post. Is there a way to put that post? Well, I was gonna say put the post in the chat, but we're about to weigh these fish. AC, let me know when you're ready. And then we're gonna weigh these fish back to back. But first, as you guys know, we're about to go into subscriber only mode. If you have not subscribed, you want to make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, guys. And let your family and friends and everybody know that we're about to weigh these fish on this thing we call Bass for Cash. All right, so this lets me know I need to head back into the creeks, guys. Blaster says Texas Nuke trying to hop on the Frisco bandwagon. Yeah, is Frisco still in the chat? The burning season says, while you have the boys together Friday, make plans for your New York trip. Oh, goodness. All right, AC is ready. All right, guys. I hope you guys are ready because... All right, so you guys want to weigh the big one first or the small one? No, we'll weigh the small one first. How about that? We'll weigh the small one first. All right, and we'll put it on the scale. We'll put it on the measuring board, and then we'll put it on the scale. So it's... All right. So basically the way this works for anybody that does not know, we have 2 fish down here in this live well, and we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. First, we are going to weigh this fish right here. All right. Now, to participate in this thing we call Bass for Cash, all that you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That's it. It doesn't cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash. Once I put this fish on the measuring board, we are currently in subscriber only mode. And once I put this fish on the measuring board, which is now, AC can open scales, guys, and you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. This fish right here is coming in at 16 and a half. You guys see that? 16 and a half right there on the line, 16 and a half inches. So it was another good one. When you see scales open, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Remember, if you put more than one guess in there, you're going to get DQ'd, and we're going to laugh at you. All right, let's see. Where did I put my cold tag at? All right, the scales are now open. You guys have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to keep on fishing because fishing is fun. All right, let's see who's popping up in the chat. Shout out to the Bass Hunter. I knew the Bass Hunter was going to pop up in here. I knew the Bass Hunter was waiting. Let's see what the Bass Hunter thinks. He thinks a 16-inch fish, 16 and a half, is 256 to 281. Okay, we'll see. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. Remember, guys, you only have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Wait a minute. Blaster got DQ'd. I need to look and see what happened. No, wait a minute. What did Blaster do? How can Blaster get DQ'd on his birthday? It's Blaster's birthday. The DQ queen is ruthless. Blaster says, darn it. He says, where's my stylist? Oh, no. The DQ queen is ruthless. Oh, my goodness. On his birthday. Oh, no. Blaster got DQ'd on his birthday. Now, listen, anybody that comes into the chat that thinks that they are being treated unfair when they get DQ'd, she DQ'd Blaster on his birthday. Oh, my goodness. Not on his birthday. Jody said, Payal DQ'd. Oh, no, and the scales are closed. Oh, man, and what, Blaster, what if you actually had, oh, my goodness. This is a travesty of justice. I cannot believe the DQ queen hit him with a DQ on his birthday. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, guys. I saw all the different weights coming in. So, we're going to go ahead and knock this first one out. All right, so this fish was 16 and a half inches. Clint Perry says he missed it. All right, Clint, well, this is fish number 1. We're going to weigh the next one right after that. Clint, did you see the second fish being caught? AC said, happy birthday, Blaster. Oh, my goodness. Insult to injury. He's already injured. And she said, let me give you some insult with that. She said, let me give you some insult with a side of injury. All right, so we're zeroed out, guys. I saw some people guessing that this fish was going to weigh 3 pounds and all that. It does not. I can tell you it doesn't weigh three pounds. It's a 2-pounder. I'm going to say this fish is around 2. Goodness. Do I want to go with 2.4 something or 2.6 something? Let's go with 2.47. I'm going to go with 2.47. We're zeroed out, guys. We're zeroed out. And here we go. I said 2.47. Bam, 2.29. Let's lock it in at 2.29. Did you guys see that? I locked it in at 2.29 in that number 4 spot. Can you see it? 2.29. Bam. All right. 2.29. And we're going to put him back in the live well. We're going to see, do we have a winner? Blaster got DQ'd on his birthday. If you guys ever hear anybody complaining about being DQ'd, she said no official winner, guys. Does anybody know what Whipstick has to say right now? Because I'm pretty sure there's something that Whipstick would have to say to you. Does anybody know what Whipstick is thinking right now? He's in the gym, but I'm pretty sure he's still thinking it because he knows what happened. 450 says, nobody wants this money. Blaster says, ouch, I'm taking back the the hell and changing. Oh, no. Uh-oh. AC said, y'all don't want that money. She said, y'all just want some DQs. Oh, my goodness. The Bernstein says, what was the weight? So the weight on the first fish, the smaller one was 2.29. All right, so we're going to make 3 casts with a crankbait, and then we're going to weigh this next fish. We're still in subscriber-only mode. If we have anybody that is coming to the chat that is new to the channel, all that you have to do is subscribe to the channel to participate, all right? So I'll give you guys, we're going to make 3 casts with a crankbait. And AC, are you ready to weigh another one back to back? And then we're going to enter it into FishX Live. So I'll show you guys how to do that too. Bernstein said, dang, I had 2.25, so you were close. Blaster says, I win. He won a DQ on his birthday. Blaster is like, where is the love? He was like, how could this happen? AC said, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. She said, I would DQ you on your birthday in front of everybody, in front of all your friends. All right, that was 2 casts, and there's cast number 3. All right, hopefully that gave you guys some time to get in there and hit the subscribe button, because we're about to weigh another fish. Man, that thing felt good bouncing off the bottom. Neil says his son's birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, Neil's son. Neil, how about that? All right, 3 casts. AC, are you ready? Jeff said, no mercy today. Jody said, and laugh about it. That's right. She DQ'd him on his birthday and then laughed about it and made a joke about it. Told him happy birthday. She said, unwrap this. All right. I'm going to make another cast. When I see AC say ready, then we'll weigh this next fish. Oh, that's why my casts weren't really going like they were supposed to. All right, let's make another cast. Get the ready from AC. Patricia said AC blew out your candles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Neil said, hey, can you tell me, do I have 2 guesses or 1? You have 1. He says, I don't know if I got a free membership or not. So if you get a free membership, you'll have a badge next to your name. So anybody that you see that has a badge next to their name, they are a member of the money team. Blaster said, yes, she did. She said, unwrap this. And she's still laughing. I don't think she feels bad at all. I kind of feel bad. Got DQ'd on your birthday. You have to follow that format. Phil says she slapped him right in the face with the cake. Payal. Jody said payal, right in the face. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Patricia. She said the #1 stream. Oh my goodness. Hit him right in the face with the cake. She blew the candles out first. No, hold on. Hold on. So this is what happened. Everybody was singing happy birthday. Everybody. So we were all singing happy birthday to Blaster. AC walks in the room. She blows out the candles. She handed him his present, said, unwrap this. He unwraps it and it's a DQ. Then she takes his cake and throws it in his face. Oh no. AC said, unwrap this. Jason said, and then she opened all his presents. Oh no. Jody said, "Pie." Oh my goodness. Oh, say it ain't so, AC. Okay, let's walk through what happened again. We're all in the room, everybody's smiling and happy, and we're singing happy birthday at Chuck E. Cheese for Blaster's 60th birthday, right? We're at Chuck E. Cheese. We're all in there smiling and happy, and we're singing happy birthday to Blaster. AC walks in the room. She blows out his candles, hands him a gift, and says, unwrap this. Blaster, looking surprised, unwraps the gift, and it's the letters DQ inside of the package. Then she picks up his cake and busts him right in the mouthpiece with it and says, "Pie." Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Jody said, AC don't play around. Blaster said, no, not my presents. Oh, man. Jody said, AC don't play around. Patricia said, did she lick the icing? Jody said, oh, Chucky. She said that Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, yeah, we celebrating Blaster's 60th birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. He says where a kid can be a kid. He said where a kid can be a kid. He knew the theme song, too. I don't even know the theme song. Jody says, "Pie, DQ'd on your birthday." Oh, man, that's terrible. All right, guys, we're just waiting for AC to say she's ready. I think she's still over there laughing at DQing Blasted on his birthday. Jeff says she's just not right. AC said, I would DQ you on all occasions. She said, I'll DQ you at a funeral. She said, I don't care if it's your birthday, a funeral. She said, you can guess and then die, and I'll still DQ you after you're dead. She said, I DQ corpses and everything. AC would DQ a baby. She'd be like, I'll DQ your baby too if you keep talking. I'll DQ your kids. Oh my goodness, nobody is safe from a DQ. She said, oh my God. She says, it's over. She said, I'll DQ the kids. She's like, is that a corpse over there in a casket? I'll DQ that too. Jody said she probably wrapping up some more gifts. Oh no. Jason Hart says she's busy getting more DQs ready with some icing on it. She gonna put some icing on the DQ. Oh man. Blaster says, she said, join the Frisco bandwagon. Oh my goodness. Patricia says she's a habitual DQer. She DQs everything. Listen, guys, do you know she has actually DQ'd me before too? She actually DQ'd me on my own live stream. But she DQ'd Blaster on his birthday. Oh man. She has actually DQ'd 5 people. 5 people in one sentence. She said, you all are going to be DQ'd for this extended joke. She said, that's enough. She DQ'd 5 people at one weigh-in, guys. 5 people. And then, do you know she has actually DQ'd somebody twice? She DQ'd somebody twice on one guess from for Bass for Cash. It wasn't even multiple fish. Off of one fish, she DQ'd that person twice. It's like a 2-piece. She punched him in the lip and the mouth. I mean, the lip and the nose. Oh, my goodness. Blessed says, well, at least it wasn't your birthday. Yeah, it wasn't my birthday, but I was still surprised. I couldn't believe I got DQ'd too. All right, we got these 2 fish in here relaxing. All right, so now we're going to weigh the bigger one, guys. DQ Queen says she's ready. I hope you guys are ready, because obviously you know she's ready. Michigan Fishing says he was one of them. So Michigan Fishing, did you get DQ'd? Michigan Fishing, did you get DQ'd? Blessed says, kicked in the... Oh, my goodness. Michigan Fishing said, yes, he got DQ'd. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the DQ Queen keeps a list of all the people she's DQ'd. I bet she does. Oh, shout out to Michigan Bully Life. Okay, all right. Good to see you back in the chat. Yes, once these names change, it's easier for, I remember the names from that were originally on here. All right, the DQ Queen says she is ready. All right, so remember, this fish right here is a big one. While you guys are guessing on this one, I'm going to enter it in the FishX Live. All right, she says she's ready. We're putting it on the measuring board, guys. All right, you guys see it? This fish is 19.5 inches, right on that 19.5 inch mark. All right, and it's a good one, too. It has some weight on it. All right, AC, you can go ahead and open the scale. The scales are now officially open. All right, guys, the scales are officially open. Let's go ahead and put him back in the live well. You guys have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes on the shot clock. All right, and while you guys are putting your guess in there, I'll go ahead and enter these catches into FishX Live. And then we're going to get to stepping. All right, so we're going to open up FishX Live, and I'll walk you guys through it. So whenever remember, you can download this app. Just go to fishxlive.com, download the app for free. So as you catch fish throughout the season, you can always come back to this, and it will kind of give you an idea of where you can go on the lake and how you actually caught fish before. All right, so species is a spotted bass. Pounds. Let's see, that first fish was 2.29, right? That first fish, and it was 16.5 inches, 16.5. We'll put a picture in there later. We'll track the fish. We'll put the details in there later. Let's go ahead and submit that 2.29 fish. AC said, Michigan Bully Life Fishing, you are DQ. Oh, my God. Hold on. How do I put it before? Oh, no. She said, so I did it again. Oh, my God. AC is just DQing people left and right. Michigan Bully Life was like, hey, guys, I'm back. I haven't been here for a while. And she said, you're DQ'd. She said, welcome back. DQ. Oh, no. How did you get DQ'd? She is not playing. I see what happened. She said they are both after I open the scale. She said, get it right. She said, get it right. Oh, no. She said, you need some act right juice. She said you need to get it right. All right, let's log this next one, guys. So this next one, we don't know the weight yet. So let's just put Lake Lanier. It's going to be a spotted bass. Weight, we don't know the weight. So let's just put 100 in here. The length was 19.5. All right, the scales are closed, guys. Scales are closed. We'll take a picture and put that in there in just a second. Then we're going to track the location, so that way that'll let me know where I need to come back to catch it. To catch another one. The water temps today. Let me go ahead and put the water temp in here so I'll know too. So the water temp is sitting right at 50 degrees. Remember, we were in a spot earlier where it was like 49 or something. The weather today is, let me see, it's sunny out here, but it's cold. Water clarity is clear. Wind is 0 to 5. And then we'll go ahead and submit this for now. Submit. And then I'll come back and put the picture in there in just a second. All right, guys. Phil says, need to put that 0 behind that 5. Jody says, told you she has plenty of gifts wrapped. She's so Michigan Bully Life showed up to blast his. She just handed him a gift too. All right, guys, here we go. Now this fish, I think this one is going to be over 3, guys. So if you put under 3 pounds, I think you have lost. Let me just take a look in here. Okay. All right, I see the guesses. I see you guys were in the 3s. Okay, uh-oh. We might have a winner because I see a lot of you guys are in the 3s. All right, so let's go ahead and get the fish out of here. Uh-oh, he came off his cool tag. But luckily, it ain't a fight. It ain't fighting too hard. All right, so I think this fish is gonna be, goodness, it feels like it's about 3.5. I'll go with 343. Man, is it bigger than that? That fish may be bigger than that. Yeah, I'll stick with it. Let's go with 343. All right, guys, you ready? Jason said double DQ. AC says he deserves the incorrect format as well. That's another DQ. Oh my goodness, she DQ'd him twice. Hold on. Oh my goodness, he put 2 guesses in there and both were the incorrect format, so she DQ'd him twice. Oh my god. And is she laughing? She is laughing. Michigan. Oh man, come on, Bully Life. She's doing you like that. All right, guys. What did I say? 343. All right, we're zeroed out. Let's see. I said 343. Oh my goodness. Looks were deceiving. 3.80. It's a big dog. She doubled down on you. And we doubled it up with a 3.80. Do you see that? Do you see that? 3.0. 3.80. Kaboom. All right, guys. 3.80. Let's look and see. Do we have an official winner? Jason says, so close. Jody said Bass Hunter was really close. Bass Hunter's coming in here taking all y'all money. Bass Hunter said, I ain't for play. 3.80. And what was the other fish? 2.29. No official winner. Man, what would Whipstick say? What would Whipstick have to say to you guys? Somebody must know. What would Whipstick have to say right now? All right, let's swing this boat around so I can get a good picture. Jody said, we ain't want that money. Jay said, they don't want this money. Bully Life said, nobody wants that money. 450 said, horseshoes and grenades. Oh my goodness, nobody wanted that money today. You guys do realize that Bass for Cash is real. AC said, Whipstick said, they don't want this money. And he is smiling. Oh no. Whipstick said, y'all don't want this money. I think that's an insult. AC gave the insult. Well, AC gave the injury and Whipstick added the insult. All right, let's see. He said, get one more fish. All right, AC, do you want me to get one more fish? Or do we need to call it quits? Because since they don't want this money anyway, I'll let AC call it. AC, do you want me to catch one more fish? Or are we going to go ahead and call it a day? It's 5 o'clock, guys. We stayed here past the shot clock time. But I guess what we can do is we can make, she said, Bass for she said Bass for Cash is closed. All right, guys, you saw it. She said she's DQ'd enough people. She birthday. And y'all laughed at her. I think she's mad. She said, why y'all talking bad about me like that? We're sitting right on top of a fish. Let's see if he'll hit a spoon. Let's see if this fish will hit a spoon, guys. She said, Bass for Cash is closed. Jody said, party is over. No more cake. AC came and threw the cake on the floor. she said, no more fun. She said, no more fun for y'all. AC said, it's a wrap. All right, let's ease on up here. And we're going to make the last cast, guys. Oh, my goodness. The last cast. She said, no more Bass for Cash. She said, y'all have treated me bad, laughed at me and everything. She said, no more fun for you. Bully Life says, I got it twice in one scale. I think Bully Life, you're famous. You're the second person who got DQ'd. Shout out to Clint Perry. He says, good evening, everyone. All right, guys, so this is the last cast. Jason Hart said, she kicking us all out of Chuck E. Cheese. He said, y'all get out of here. Oh, my goodness. We celebrated Blaster's birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, man. AC is ruthless. In the chat, who all has been DQ'd before? If you have been DQ'd before, type DQ in the chat. Let's just see how many people we have in the chat that's been DQ'd. If you have been DQ'd before, uh-oh, did we get a tappy tap, guys? Oh my God. We got to redo that cast. If I get the tappy tap, then I have to redo the cast. The fish messed up my last cast. So we have to do it over. All right, I think that's good right there. All right, let's see. Michigan Bully Life got hit with the DQ. He said she not playing around. And Blanton said, where a kid can be a kid. All right, so let's see who all got DQ'd. Bully Life said he got DQ'd. You've been DQ'd 3 times now. Mark says, bought my first after Christmas. I have got some practice to perform before spring spawn. Okay. All right, Spooky Crazy got DQ'd. 450 got DQ'd. Blaster says, well, I'm on the list on my birthday. He got DQ'd. Shout out to Gregory. Glad to see you in the chat. Jason says, you're like me. Last cast, 7 casts ago. Phil says, DQ'd 1 time when he first subscribed. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you got DQ'd, Phil. And Phil, you tried to protest a little bit, didn't you? So I had to calm Phil down. I was like, hey, bud, it's okay. There's a lot of people in here that's been DQ'd. And I try to warn y'all that if you get DQ'd, everybody's going to laugh at you. All right, it sure is a pretty day out here once again. Oh, shoot. What's today? Oh, no. I forgot I was supposed to be somewhere. Blaster, you got me in trouble. Oh, wait a minute. We just went over a school of fish, guys. Let's see if I can get down there in time to get them to hit this spoon. Can I do it? Can I do it? Mark said, why brag about being DQ'd? Blaster says, he remember when Phil got DQ'd. Cecil said, Money Bass, is the fish biting good today? They're biting all right. I mean, it's still tough out here. I mean, I caught 2. I caught 2 in, where we out here, guys? About an hour and a half to 2 hours time, I think. Then we spent a lot of time out here laughing and weighing fish and all that stuff. All right, guys, we need to do the last cast before we get out of here. All right, this is the last cast. The last cast. Phil said that's why this is the best channel ever, because you can get DQ'd. You can get DQ'd and still win all in the same day. Mark said being DQ'd is upsetting your mama's teachings. Blaster says nail biter, crunch time. Bully Life said I got DQ'd. I love this channel. I love being abused. I like the abuse. Phil said you could have your cake and eat it too. Or you can have it knocked on the ground. He hit you in the face with it and throw it on the ground. Dottie said, hey, Blaster. Enjoy the rest of your birthday with all those new toys you got. Oh, no. Cecil said this might be the big one. This might be the big one. Well, I mean, there's no pressure right now, so I probably won't catch one, but it's just nice and easy. All right, this is the last cast, guys. We had a good day out here on the lake, even though you guys have got me in trouble. Because I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be somewhere today. All right. Bless said, thanks, Dottie, as I type with my stylus now. All right. All right, guys. Oh, wait a minute, guys. This is the last cast. If you see something, you got to say something. I saw something, so I had to do another cast. I saw it. I know I did. I synced it with my own eyes. All right, so this is the official last cast. Shout out to Blaster. He said, thank you, Money Bass. He said, thank you for the DQ on my birthday. Appreciate that, Bully Life. Says had a great rest of the day. Everybody wishing Blaster a happy birthday. And big shout out to Clint Perry today, guys. Clint Perry was a sponsor of today's live stream on Blaster's birthday. Oh, I forgot I still need to take a picture with my fish, so I'll do that right before we take off. What's going on, Daniel? Good to see you in the chat. We had a good time out here today. We had a buzzer beater. I had to beat the buzzer and bring in, what was that, 10 gifted memberships for the chat. All right, that's it, guys. All right, let me walk over this way. Oh, man, wait a second. My reel is... Wait a minute, what's going on? What is, it's clicking. Wait a minute, I gotta test my reel. This is a test right here. My reel was kind of clicking or something, so I had to, this isn't a real cast. I already did the last cast, so this cast right here is just me testing out my reel. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you guys have had that happen before where your reel, you had to test it out. So let me just test this out real quick. Uh-oh, and did we, oh my goodness, so we got it, he came off. He came off on the last cast. He came off on the, I'm sorry, that wasn't the last cast. That was a test. That was just a test. Now, I don't know what happened with my hook set, so I need to check my hook set. So this cast right here isn't really a cast. I need to check, because see, when I set the hook right then, I kind of went at a 49.5-degree angle, and it should have been at a 45 to 90-degree angle. So I need to redo that right there. Yeah, that was a real problem. 450 said FBS. Wait a minute, Ace, what are you guys still doing in the chat? I thought y'all had left. Jeff says, yep, you got the bug, bro. You are awesome. Just one more cast. Oh, man, wait a minute. Jason said you need to cast to make sure your hook is sharp. AC said that was the last cast. Oh, you guys didn't see that, did you? You didn't see, let me get out of here. Oh my goodness. Don't say it, AC. Don't say it. I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here before I do not want to see it. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. And then you had to put it twice? I was trying to hurry up and end the stream, but here she goes. You're not even supposed to be in the chat anymore. Didn't you have to leave? Oh my goodness, guys. All right, let me get over here and take a picture of these fish and then hit the road, Jack. All right. Man, it was a good day out here. Let me go ahead and spin around and take these pictures. Shout out to Jeff. He says, until next time. All right, let me close it out and show you guys these fish as we close out today's Bass for Cash live stream. Make sure you guys tune in for the Battle of the Anglers that's taking place on Lake Altoona this Saturday. You will see some anglers going. We will all be live going head to head. If you haven't seen one before, it's going to be something like you've never seen. It'll be pretty fun. Well, you'll be able to interact in the chat and everything. Want to give a big shout out to Clint Perry. He is the sponsor of today's live stream with those 10 gifted memberships to you guys. Want to give a big shout out to Blastard celebrating his birthday today. And of course, a big shout out to AC, the DQ queen. She hit you guys in the head with those DQs today. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take pictures of these fish, but I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream, all right?